We are all disorganized. We keep information on sticky notes on the side of our computers, in file folders, underneath our beds. And if you're anything like my family, you've got a box in the basement that has documents and files from years ago. If there was ever an emergency, our families would be left in a nightmare of a situation. There's got to be a solution to that problem, right? Well, Everplans is a platform that helps people get together all of their important information, from wills and trusts to financial accounts, to information about their different policies, even things on the softer side of people's lives, like information about their favorite family recipes and photos. And we help people get together all this important information, share it with the people in their lives that are most important, and help them have access to this information when they need it the most. At our core, we have this amazing app that puts people and their families in control of their personal and financial lives. And what we've learned over the years by working with financial services companies, insurance companies, and distributing Everplans through agents and advisors and employers is that not only can we help people get all of their information in and help families become prepared, but we can identify key opportunities over the course of your clients' lives to engage at the right moments. And by the way, we're not a vault. We're a guided platform experience that helps to identify the right times in your clients' lives to get them engaged and keep them engaged. And I'm going to show you how that works. So we start with a light onboarding assessment. And that assessment is meant to start to identify the key areas of someone's life. And we start that journey with some quick high-level questions. Tell me about your digital world. Do you have an iPhone, an unlock code? Do you have a home? Do you have a primary residence, or maybe you lease or rent? And do you work? Do you have relationships? And tell me about the people that are in your care. And we start to ask these questions so that we can begin to personalize the experience for your clients. And then I'm going to log in and show you what an Everplan looks like. I've gone through this exercise. I've filled out information. I maybe even got an insurance policy or a statement or a financial plan delivered right into the Everplan by the financial services company that gave me this thing. And then this is what the user's experience looks like. This is Jerry, who we logged in. Jerry was given his Everplan by Acme Financial, and he's being taken through this guided experience where we're highlighting certain sections that he should think about adding next. And we can customize this with each partner in mind. On the left-hand side, you'll see our secure storage. And if you were to think about where people organize information, whether it's those folders or the sticky notes or the big box or maybe even something digitally accessible, we know that when you're given a folder or given a box, you have no idea what to put in it, right? So within Everplans, what we do is create this interactive experience using some of that onboarding assessment data that we've gathered. And as you start to enter more and more information into your Everplan, it's going to intuitively tell you what you should think about next. So think about things like your home and property, and think for a second about your own home. Typically, it's one member of the household who knows about all the information, the utilities, the service providers, the insurance providers, and then the other member of the family is left in the dark. Everplans becomes the place where you get all this information aggregated and organized so that the entire family can always be prepared. We've got sections on digital life. Think about your lock code for your iPhone for a second. How many people here have shared that lock code with someone? And I'm willing to bet that each and every one of you have a financial account, maybe a bank account or an insurance account, where it's set up for two-factor authentication. We've got sections on financial accounts, your high-level accounts, information about where you bank and where your investment accounts are. And each and every one of these categories is supported by content that Everplans created. And when we partner with financial companies, what we do is use that content to create the engagement and then drive ongoing engagement over the course of your client's life. So imagine, it's throughout the year. Maybe it's during the holiday times, a great time to get families together and start to think about planning. Everplans has checklists and how-to documents to help with those conversations. We have sections on end-of-life planning as well. So think about elder care planning, checklists and how-to documents to support it, and sections to drive those conversations. Now, one of the key challenges across financial services is connecting with the next generation. And we know that 95% of advisors, based on all of the different studies, will lose assets when that transfer of wealth takes place. Everplans has a really unique way of connecting you to your clients' children and other family members, and also connecting you to those beneficiaries who we know most companies simply don't have relationships with. We call those people deputies. And deputies become the people that I get to choose who I want to share what sections of the Everplan with. And I can share the entire Everplan with my spouse, and I can then only share certain sections with my children or other family members. And what it gives me the ability to do is pick and choose which sections I want them to have access to now, and it even allows me to hide certain sections until after I'm reported as deceased. And we have a clear process for making sure that the data control is in the end user's control. As I go back into the dashboard, you'll see that now on this main page, not only is the guidance engine showing me what other sections I should think about filling out next, but we're also identifying gaps in your client's plans. So here it's saying some of the things that you should think about tackling next. Your life insurance policy. Don't be in that weird 25% of people who haven't thought about this. And we work with our partners to identify the right times throughout your clients' lives in a contextual way to stay in touch and stay engaged. And then this is what the Everplan looks like. It's a summary view of all of the sections that you filled out. It's a consolidated view. I can download it. I can access it from anywhere in the world. I can drill down and see the data if I'm on the way to the hospital and need a power of attorney, or if I need to just access my travel documents when I'm overseas. So in closing, imagine you give this to your clients, you help them and their families become prepared, and you have an opportunity to work closely with them throughout their entire lives. Thank you so much.